Well, I'm just setting up multiple devices for this live stream. We're about to start. Okay, so thank you so much for joining this live stream from TikTok, YouTube, and then Instagram, and also from Facebook, and then LinkedIn. Those of you who join and watch this live stream from LinkedIn and then Facebook, not able to post any questions. For those of you who's joining from TikTok, YouTube, and then LinkedIn, you'll be able to post your questions. So all of you who are joining this meeting, welcome to Ashtush. Good to see you. You're joining this meeting every Thursday. I'm attorney Jae Francis. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer. Uh, Today, Thursday, today's May 13th, 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to talk about marriage green card case. But if there's an opportunity, I will be talking about the consular process as well. Our lovely kitten Rosie just woke up and then trying with human and cat toy. As you can see, she's playing with a cat toy and human toy, and then she may say, "I'm hungry and feed me." So she may be meowing during this live stream, but unfortunately, I just started, so she need to wait for me to finish this live stream. So today, we're going to talk about a marriage green card case. This is what we do every single day. We handle family, marriage based K1, humanitarian visa cases, and removal defense. We're not working on or helping business immigration cases anymore. But welcome to join this live stream. And then we're going to talk about what's going on under Trump. As you know, that under Trump, we get updates every other day. So why don't we start instead of waiting? Let's get started. So early this month, USCIS, surprised us because when the USCIS update USCIS forms, then they usually give you 60-day grace period. It means that 60 days later, we're gonna start accepting new additions. Immigration attorneys and many organizations complain that not only is probably not well done, but it's unfair. So there is a lawsuit, and then as a result, this is what you can do. We're talking about U visa forms, but I don't think that I have many U visa viewers. Okay. Yeah. Appalachiano Body asked whether I'm fluent in Chinese. I was born in South Korea. I read some Chinese, but I don't speak any Chinese. So sorry. Answer is no. So going back to the forms, so now until April 4th, 4th, I'm just struggling a little bit. It's been a long day every day, thanks to President Trump. It's just a lot of like updates and then cases piling up, just challenging, but doing our best. But going back to the dates, until April 4th, 2025, you'll be able to submit a previous version, which is mostly April 2024 and January 2025. And the name of the forms are 45, right? 131, 134, and 400. So for those of you who's watching this video because you potentially have a marriage green card case, important one is 131 and 45. For our firm, we don't submit 131 advance parole because it takes some time, it's expensive, but important to know that you're able to submit April 2024 and January 2025 version for your 45. So, but that is until April 4th. If I were you, if you are still working on or getting your case ready, go with the newer form. Only edition dates change. There is no difference between April 2024 and then January 2025 version in terms of what they're asking. Okay, so having said it, I have some questions popping up from the TikTok. Thank you so much for joining from different channels. And then those of you who watching my live, I use multiple devices, and then I get most questions from TikTok, but it's kind of a little bit difficult to navigate. So I do my best. I'll do my best, and then I need to scroll. Okay, just give me, just be patient. So once again, as I predicted, that our kitten, her name is Rosie, is meowing. She wants the treat, so I'm gonna comply with her the request. Sorry for distraction. Okay. So let's see. 10-year green card. Okay. So then Dervish 3 asked the question. Pedro is our clients. I'll get back to you. But I go, like in certain orders, and I'm just reading these questions. But thank you so much for joining, Pedro. Okay. Now, 10-year green card, and then you have a 10-year green card, no issue with your case, no criminal record, and then he liked to visit Pakistan for 1 month. So usually it'll be okay. So you probably heard about these updates that for those of you who are permanent residents or naturalized U.S. citizen with serious criminal records, like felony conviction, right? And then if you go overseas, then when you try to come back, you will be detained. There's a possibility that you may lose your permanent residency, or you may be denaturalized, or we put it into denaturalization process. So for any of you who have a serious criminal records, even though you're permanent resident, whether you're conditional or permanent resident, or even naturalized U.S. citizen, then you need to be careful. You need to be careful. So not a good idea to go overseas. And then there's also the reports that you submitted your criminal records for your green card application under Biden, USCIS approved, no issue. But when you go overseas and then come back, then you're putting yourself into adjudication of your green card application. So do not assume that it is safe for you to go overseas, because I fully disclosed my criminal records for my green card application. USCIS was okay with my record under Biden. No guarantee that CBP under Trump will be okay with that. So just need to be careful. But otherwise, the main one is criminal records. Another one is that if you are conditional residents, you only have 2 years instead of 10 years. And then let's say you overstay, right, your visa for quite some time, and you got married, and then you became permanent resident under Biden, and then you when your home country, right after you became permanent resident, conditional resident, but you went there and came back alone, you're going to have an issue as well. They will be asking, where's your spouse? They will call your spouse. And if your spouse doesn't answer it, then it can be very, very rocky. So those of you who's conditional residents, 2-year green cards, then I usually tell our clients that you come back together. You and your citizen spouse come back together. You don't need to go there together, because you've been away many years. You like to stay there about a month, and then maybe your spouse, U.S. citizen spouse, working, so not able to join you when you go there. But at least coming back, it's a good idea to come back together. Okay, so yes, Pedro from YouTube, as our clients, asked an excellent question. So he listened to me and say, with all these new forms, will this cause a delay? Let's talk about USCIS case delay. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see much case delay yet, which is good news, right? So then our K1 and then marriage green card case, they're relatively fast one. We didn't see anything like taking extra long. In fact, marriage green card cases, we have most cases approved without interview, which is excellent. So going back to Pedro, right, will these new forms or confusion associated with this the requirement of the new forms and changing and not requiring. Sorry, it's been a long day. I talk nonstop today. Will cause the delay? Not really, but you probably know that there was some USCIS staff reduction last month, about 400. We don't know whether they're going to continue with that or additional staff reduction. But when it comes to consular process cases, there is a confirmation that staff will be reduced. Some consular consulates will be closed. Hey, Archida, any good news? She has a pending 129F filed November 28, 2024. By the way, Archida is not our clients, but she joined this YouTube every week, so I know her. And then I wish that next time or this time your 129F is approved. But you're beyond 3 months. Your case went to California Service Center, so you're beyond 3 months. So it's taking a little bit longer, but there's a possibility that consular process cases will take longer to get review. But still, your case is with USCIS, which is good. Okay, so I'm a little bit behind, and I'm just concerned that I didn't bring my water because I hope that I can talk well today. Sorry. Okay. X champ. Okay. So I know that going overseas is important, and his question is that he applied for AOS adjustment of the status in November. Looks like he applied for 131, and he'd like to know when he will get advanced parole. But not only you, but everyone. Okay, who has a pending adjustment of the status, marriage-based, family-based, be aware. If you had any visa overstay more than 6 months, when you go overseas with advanced parole and come back, you may not come back. I'm not kidding. According to CBP, for those of you who have a visa overstay, and then when you go overseas and try to come back with the advanced parole, they warn against such trip. But doesn't mean that ECHEM, you have a visa overstay. So I'm just talking about that in general. So how long does it take advanced parole? It's between 6 months and 1 year. We have seen so many different variations. Sometimes USCIS give you combo card. It means that combination of EAD and advanced parole. Sometimes they will give you EAD first because it's faster, right? And sometimes advanced parole takes like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, but usually between 6 and 1 year. So, okay. So Yulisa asked very important question because it's a tax season, right? And then remember that after April 15, 2025, if you submit your AOS package, right, adjustment of the status, make sure that you include your 2024 tax return or extension. Otherwise, you're going to get RP, right? So just make sure that you do it. You submit 2024 tax return. So going back to Yulisa's question, is it okay to file single taxes while married, living separate? I'm a 5-year permanent resident. Okay. So you're married, but you're living separately. Can you file single? Okay. Now, looks like you have a social because you're a permanent resident. So this is what you need to do. If you are married legally, right? No matter what, whether you're separated or living together, you're legally married, and both of you have a social or IT number, then you need to file married filing. But if you're going with a 3-year and 400, it means that you got married to U.S. citizen, right? And then you're going faster because you got married to U.S. citizen. That's how you obtain your permanent residency. Then we highly recommend that you go with married filing jointly, no matter what. If you're legally married and both of you have a social and IT number. Now, going back to Yulisa's question, she's been permanent resident more than 5 years. It's a 5-year track, not your 3-year track. So you may file married filing separately, but filing as a single is not following the law. I'm not your attorney. I'm not tax attorney. I'm not CPA, information only. But talk to your CPA to see whether is you're allowed to file tax return as a single. My understanding is that that's not following the rule. Okay, Oscar asked the questions. It's a little bit hidden, so I'm gonna move a little bit of this Instagram. Okay, so Oscar, hello. I came to US to see my girlfriend. Okay, well, welcome to US. When did you enter? And then when you say I came to see my girlfriend, did you enter with a visa? And then if there were to be case, you need to be careful. So let's talk about 90-day rule. Okay, now I probably repeat it many times, but it's important. Okay, when you enter the US with a visa or ESTA, under Trump, the first term, you have to wait 90 days to get married and apply for a green card. So Oscar, you entered December, and then did you enter with the visa? So you can reply. So when you enter the US with a visa or ESTA, then you need to wait 90 days under Trump first term. Biden, no such wait time, but for our practice, went with the 60 days. Trump came back. Did he bring back 90 day? Not yet, not yet. But you need to be careful. I think that I recommend that you wait 90 days to apply, get married, and apply for green card. And Oscar, if you need looking for attorney, call us. For those of you who join from YouTube, you see the phone number, but TikTok doesn't allow me to say any phone numbers. I'm not able to tell you. So for those of you who's joining from Instagram and then TikTok, go to my profile, Dr. Jae Francis Immigration. You will find the phone number, and then our intake managers and specialists will do free case evaluation, and then they will tell you how much it's going to cost. If you want to talk to me and my other attorney, then it'll be paid consultation. So we offer various forms of consultation. So going back to TikTok, I don't see much activity from Instagram, a little bit from YouTube. So I'm going to go back to TikTok. Okay, so Eddie asked the question, can I apply for citizenship if I owe taxes to IRS? You have a payment plan. Okay, I'm not your attorney, Eddie, but that's usually what we do, right? If you owe the money, right, then it's a good idea to have a payment plan. Not only you need to submit that you have a payment plan, but you need to show that you're up to date. So up to date. If you need attorney help, let us know. Lan Vasse, I'm a Canadian, visit my fiance and she's US citizen. Can you get married after 90 days? Answer is yes. But Lan, you need to be aware of the new regulation. It's an alien registration. I'm going to talk about this later, not today, because still the government's not finalized. But Lan and Canadians, okay, let's talk about you guys, okay? If you're Canadians, right, you don't need any visa. You can enter the US, Canadian visa waivers, right? But under this new alien registration rule, those of you who enter from Canada, stay more than 30 days. And then once again, you enter with a visa, then you need to register alien registration form. But no fingerprinting. If you fail to do this, I don't want to scare you. I made a video and some people say that, well, I like to make money by scaring people. But why is it scaring people when you tell what the government is trying to do? I try to educate the viewers, right? That's what I do. And then, I'm not your attorney, so I'm not providing any legal advice. In fact, I'm recitating what the government is trying to do. I'm not creating any fear, right? So I hope that you don't accuse me in your comments that I'm just trying to scare people and make money. But basically, this is what the government is trying to do. I'm not creating new story. But anyway, if you fail to register with the alien registration, and if you're required, then you need to pay 5,000 fine or 6 month jail time or both. Okay, I'm gonna feed my cat Rosie because she wants. She's gonna ask for it anyway. She's gonna ask more, so I need to get ready. So I will make a full video about alien registration soon because it's not required. They're not finalizing. I didn't make it, but I'm gonna make it soon. So alien registration is important. So because of this, Lan, probably good idea for you to retain attorney, immigration attorney. I would be happy to help you, or you can call different attorney. But more than ever, because of alien registration, you need to work with attorney. So Terry Sita Baker said you're single, but it's nothing after that. Okay, Alan said thank you. Okay, so okay, good. So then Diaz asked the question. It's kind of a little bit confusing. What's the application approval time for marriage-based green card, which is like adjust from the status? But you said internationally in Chicago. I think that you're asking this question this way. So you're asking that your spouse is a Chicago, right? You're a U.S. citizen petitioner in Chicago, you're overseas. So it's a CR1 spouse visa. And then that's usually about 18 months now, 18 months, if you're overseas. If you're inside the United States, in Chicago, 6 months. Mostly no interview, our cases, not you. Okay. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah. So then I was right. So Dia said that you're a U.S. citizen based in Chicago and your spouse is overseas. I say 18 months unless your spouse lives in Pakistan, double of time, 3 years. Mexico, add 6 more months. So, like 2 years, 2 years. So if you need our help, just let me know. Okay. Anil, you have a multiple DUI. So when you say I have a DUI, you need to check your state regulations. So for example, Wisconsin and Indiana, there's a traffic citation. Traffic citation. It's not a criminal offense. Illinois is a criminal offense. So when you have a multiple DUIs, right? Not only you need to be careful with renewal, 751, which is the removal of conditions, and I-90 renewal, or going overseas, think twice because they may detain you. DUI is a serious one. Okay, so Mustafa asked, adding more to his question, how long does it take for marriage green card case from Atlanta, Georgia? Well, I tell this all the time. If you have a good case, it means that there is no criminal records, fraud and misrepresentation. You have a bona fide relationship documents, strong, you live together. Then most likely, no interview will be scheduled for you. So what does it mean? That if you don't have any of this, challenging aspect, then National Benefit Center will review and approve your case. So it doesn't really matter where you live because National Benefit Center handles all typically marriage green card cases. So it doesn't matter whether you're in Chicago or Milwaukee or Atlanta. It's about the same. So people ask this question all the time. Try to submit strong case. So then even if you're from California or New York, Texas, Miami, which is a lot of people, a lot of immigrants applying for green card, it doesn't take longer because there is no interview. The key point is this. As long as USCIS does not require interview for all cases, try to submit strong case so that there is no interview. Your case will be approved faster. That's the secret. No request for evidence. Our cases, we don't get requests for evidence much. Rare, very rare. And then our cases not scheduled for interview. Very rare. Okay. There's some like reasons why they schedule interview, but If I tell you, you'll understand why they schedule interview for some of our few cases. But most cases, 90%, more than 90%, between 90 and 95% of our cases, no interview, no interview. Yeah, Appalachia, nobody is asking whether we speak, any of us speaks Chinese, and then we don't. Now, the speaking of the foreign language, I was born in South Korea. I speak Korean, but all my team members speak Spanish. So we're either Spanish, English, and then I don't usually talk to clients in Korean either. So I'll be honest with you, either English or Spanish if you like to work with us. Okay. I'm gonna go reverse order, okay, because I missed a lot of them, but we'll see. Yes, Anil asked the question. So you're in New York, and then if you retain us, how does it work? We have clients in all 50 states. We have quite a bit from New York, and then this is how it works. So we use our client portal, right, the secure website, and then you'll be providing informations and then supporting documents, and then we use Zoom and call you, and then we don't meet our clients in person anymore unless you need to bring some documents in person. But whether you're in New York or Chicago or Atlanta doesn't really matter because we process most cases virtually. And then that's how we help our clients throughout the United States. Okay. Yeah, PK Limbo, you just got 751. You just filed 751. I don't know whether you filed timely or not. Now, can you apply for citizenship? So now, so you can go with the 3 years, right? But you just got 751 receipt slash extension notice. So probably you're talking applying for naturalization next year. So if you need attorney, call us. By the way, yesterday went to Milwaukee field office in Wisconsin and attended combo 751 and N400 interview. So I'm gonna make a video. Approval, of course, like no other outcome. So by the way, our kitten Scottish fold Rosie is looking at the window to see what's going on outside. She's bored, but almost done for today's live stream. But let me see whether I can squeeze a little bit more. Well, yeah, sorry. I mean, Appalachia nobody's said that a lot of attorneys in New York scammers. Well, no comments, but just try to see what attorney is talking in their social media, whether they're authentic, whether they're knowledgeable, or whether they're nice, okay, compassionate. So but I'm sorry to hear that, but if you're fluent in English, right, as much as you can, then we would be happy to work with you. Like I said, we don't have any staff speaking Chinese anymore. We used to have attorney Yihao who spoke Chinese, but he doesn't work with us anymore. So we're English or sorry, Spanish. Okay. So then one of you say the K1 visa process for someone in India. Sorry, I don't have a water today, so I'm a little bit struggling. We would be happy to help you, but you need to be careful because if you do K1 fiance visa in India or any Muslim country, but if you're spending your time together like American couple, like we're gonna stay in hotel before we get married, right? We're gonna have a romantic nights at a hotel. We're gonna go to like vacation together and stay in hotel. They will accuse you of being married. You need to be careful, just careful, because you're not supposed to do that, right? If you're from traditional family from India, if you're from Orthodox, Muslim family from any other country, and then if you do any of this, then it means that you're not following the rule. and then you're not fiance, because you're not supposed to do this before you get married, right? You do it after you get married. I mean, you may see each other during the day, but like at night, like you're together, it's going to be denied. Okay. So thank you so much for joining this live stream. I miss our dear friend, from Instagram, very silent today. But thank you so much for joining from YouTube, TikTok. Just see me next Thursday, 5 p.m. I will talk to you every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time, unless I'm on vacation. But because of President Trump, I don't think that I'll be taking much vacation, because like simply I just don't have time. A lot of people need our help. So if you're looking for experience and then good attorney, contact us. We'll talk to you. We'll help you. But more than anything, thank you so much for joining this live stream. I usually talk about 30 minutes. It's been a long day. Sorry, I wish I can do it 1 hour, but just like nonstop, appointments and case processings and consultations and all this. So I'm tired. So once again, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Until then, you can find me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, website, blogs, in between. And then you can call us for case evaluations and case assistance. But until then, peace be with you.